Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the 8th mission here, provided by the official game here for Battleship Command. We are in for a bit of a doozy today. This one's going to be a bit of a long one. I did a preliminary look at it before I left for vacation, which, vacation was great, by the way. But, back to life. So, we are going to have a bunch of capital ships at our disposal here. This is called the Channel Dash. Briefing states, the Scharnhorst, Gneisnau, Prince Eugene, and an escort group of destroyers are preparing to depart Brest and do a surprise dash through the English Channel. Once you see how far we have to go, you're going to realize it's not really a dash. The goal is to bring the capital ships back to Wilhemshaven to later be able to use them in the defense of Norway. Air alarm is sounding in Brest, so we might have to finally, or we will have to finally use anti-air if we could spot the planes. It's going to take place on February 11th, 1942. Late afternoon, heavy clouds, light winds, got... well, Scharnhorst, that's us, Gneisnau, Prince Eugene destroyer, or cruiser, and essentially 6 destroyers escorting us. Gotta reach Portsmouth Le Havre. Probably said that wrong. And Wilhelmshaven. Let's get to it. Alright, got plane side to the starboard. Should be over there somewhere. I've never personally seen them. Starboard side. It's just a cruiser. I've never personally seen the planes myself, so I'm not sure where we're supposed to shoot from. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the map here. Starting in Brest here. Off of Brittany, I believe this is the coast of. Bunch of small islands. Mistake I made before was running our whole fleet into one of these tiny islands, so we're going to kind of get as much clearance as we can. I'm just going to follow these green arrows. You can see if I can stay away from the UK as far as I can. There's mines there, so we're going to have to kind of cut it close to Dover. Do some time lapse here. I'm not going to see the planes really, so gotta kind of be precise through there. Then we'll figure out how to get into Wilhelmshaven from there. Okay, so got a big old route, 1,400 kilometers ahead of us. Sound like a very close hit. We are going to get moving pretty quick here. So I'm going to cut this down as much as we can. See, it's at 1 hour and 20 minutes. I just don't see where these planes are. We'll just take a look at the full fleet here. Cruising along the west side of Europe. We'll just do a little bit of time elapse here until we actually see a plane. Ooh, 8x time speed. That is going to hurt the computer. So, alright, so we see stuff splashing there, but I just don't see the planes. Well then. I guess we'll just kind of let the other, boats in our fleet deal with it. Meanwhile, onwards. Well, just a brief check-in here, and as you can see, we can't really see anything. Traveling by night, and we're still at flank speed. We have made our eastward turn and are following our route. Kind of stay a little bit south of the arrows, maybe get a bit more space once we're in between Portsmouth and Dover, just to stay away from the mines area right there. So, yeah. Haven't had much radar contact or visual contact. Can't really see anything. Visibility is only 9 kilometers at this point at night. Currently 8 p.m. Still on February 11th, 1942. That's going really quick. Gotta make a 1,200 kilometers still. It's under 22 hours to get there. So we're probably only going to be having about 10 hours of darkness left. 10, 11 hours. So the quicker we get through here, better we'll be. But no allies made any sort of contact yet. So hopefully it stays that way for a bit. Gonna be a bit boring if we don't see any combat in this one, but look, we're just doing the mission, okay? Okay, we reached Portsmouth Le Havre. Havre. Again, I'm not gonna say it right, so let's not even bother here. Well, we got mines to the southeast of us. I'm thinking, well, actually, no, it's waypoint's probably fine right there. Gonna keep it right in the middle. We straighten that up a little bit so we don't run too close to France. That waypoint. It's obviously going to be the most perilous part right there, but still going to be a little bit till we get there. No contacts just yet. It's currently 1:30 in the morning, as you can see. Right along here, I can't see nothing. Turn the flashlight on. Go out in our little viewing area, and there's nothing to see. We're just running under the guise of darkness, cloak of darkness, all that. We'll go back to lapsing the time here, and we probably got about 5 more hours of nighttime here. If we can get on through here before then, that'd be great. Probably not. It'll probably be light by time we get there, so this is where I'm expecting any sort of combat, really, but let's stay clear of the mines here. Keep heading up towards Wilhemshaven. 889 kilometers away, 16 hours. Pour myself another drink. It's gonna be a while. Alright, this is where things are gonna get a little perilous here. It is 5:08 in the morning. As you can see, got a little bit of daylight over the horizon. I got a flashlight on? I do. Okay. May be able to get out of here scot-free. Current visibility is still 9 kilometers. We are about to go through the tightest part of the English Channel here between Dover and Calais. Dunkirk is right there. Oh, wait. Hang on. Wait. I've got to go on Wikipedia. And it's funny because I'm always like, I always want to brush up more on World War II history. I have a couple books on World War II, and I've never fully gotten through them. Okay, no, Battle of Dunkirk. 1940. Okay, it's 1942. I was like, because I got the mouse cursor over Dunkirk right there. I'm like, this could be interesting. Maybe. Perhaps. But, no. We're 2 years after that. So we gotta get on through right here. Hopefully that goes off without a hitch. I imagine if we do get any sort of air alerts, although I do hear the anti-aircraft fire still firing off on occasion. But I think if we see any combat, it's gonna be right around here. I'm gonna have to move around these waypoints a little bit. Actually, we have dropped the FPS way down. Well, you can't see it on here, but we're going to get things going a bit quicker here, hopefully. But I think if we see any combat, it's going to be within probably, what is this, 70 kilometers right there. Maybe mess with the waypoints up here a little bit, just to keep away from the English coast. Not that our options are really all that great here, but anyways, hold your breath. Hopefully we get on through here. Well, we're making our way on through, narrowest part of the channel. And got nothing. I actually changed that waypoint just a little bit. Get further away into the open. Oh, okay. Got a new radio message received. Alright, looks like we are going to have some contact. Looks like we are up. Well, it's 7:45. in the morning, so we should have some daybreak. Alright, well, after all that putzing around doing much of nothing, I finally have some actual things to do here. Okay, we got 4 off on the horizon. That is a big ship. We're gonna do spawn in here. That is one gigantic ship. Yes, it is. Let's go back to the map. I think they're going to be prepared to engage here. It's 15 kilometers. Oh, hang on. Rangefinder on. Where are you going about? Yeah, we're gonna need to start firing on these. Don't want to take any damage. Let's get the whole fleet to Wilhemshaven. So they're going about 320 for a heading. Here's a, we got at least 4 ships and they are firing. Well, let's return, shall we? Okay. Got a good hit right there. A good hit. Alright. The pros of traveling with a bunch of other ships. They will smack the hell out of the other ships for us. Now let's bring our speed down, actually. That is, what? 50 degrees, so that's the door I believe we are currently engaging. Come on. Can't tell if he's turning towards us. Salt the map real quick. He's changed to about a 305 course. Good hit right there. Alright, so it's one cruiser, so that's what the Dora is. We get enough good hits on this, we can just take out the destroyers with the high explosive shells. Get a brief lay of land here. I think the Dora is almost dead in the water. Alright, they got a fire on the bow. Another good hit. Don't think the door is going to be able to take much more. Is it going down? No, we just got one of ours. Hudson in the way again. Ooh, that's a big hit. Okay, that's gotta be just about getting it. Still upright. Alright, getting a look at the map here. Just about facing it head on. .305. I think he's gotta be just about dead in the water, so we could probably start focusing fire on another ship here. It's getting close. We got the Friedrich that we've identified. 72 degrees to starboard. You are traveling at another 305. Where you at? 73. So what are you? You're the Anton, I believe. 9 kilometers away. You're going about 15 knots. Fire on you, shall we? Alright, you're going down. Nice, beautiful shot already. Alright, he's sinking. See if we get the Dora again. Good news for us, we haven't taken any damage from what it looks like. Looking good. Maybe... No, that's just the glare of the sun off of the main turret. I think a door is dead in the water. Okay, now... A good hit. .8 degrees to starboard. Got the Ludwig closing. Change our fire here. There you are. Alright, and Ludwig, you are going 290. You're heading. One sinking. Oh, that was the one we already shot. Okay. Good hit on the bow. There's a good hit. Screening vessels getting in the way yet again. Rydrek's gotten closer. He's dead in the water. There's a big hit there. I imagine he's gone. About. Dipping into the sea? I can't see. Buns. Alright, he's gone. Alright, so turn our attention back to door at 95 degrees starboard. There you are. Are 7 kilometers away. Going nowhere. He's trying to fire on us. I don't think that's really gonna be doing much of anything. Big hit. Anything? You sinking? Alright, you're done for. Dora. Everyone's just concentrating fire on the Dora now. You're gone. All right. Okay. Check back on the map here. Well, we can keep pressing on. Pick it up to full speed. There might be another task force coming in here. Stay in formation. Unless they want to engage and we can kind of keep pressing on. I don't know, we'll see if anybody starts firing on anybody, I guess. I mean, if these guys aren't firing, there's probably nothing going on. So, return to formation. Keep pressing on back to Norway. Can't imagine, you know, for a mission this expansive, if we were only going to be facing 4 ships, would have expected more. But no combat. We can go over 8 times the lap speed. Everyone's slowly getting back in formation. Once everyone's back in, we'll go back to flank speed and then continue on to Wilhemshaven. Nice. Now let's see your status report. No damage. Okay, they're fine. Just need to wait for them to get back into formation. Well, I checked for a status report on one of our torpedo boats. They have some flooding. Guess it makes sense as they were a screening vessel for us, but He's not having a good time right now. Oh, okay. Hang on, no. X64X speed. He's slowly rejoining the formation. I dropped us down to 25 knots. So he can catch back up. Getting closer. Only 400 kilometers. Do that waypoint, then we'll just navigate our way into port. But trying to keep everybody in formation here. Well, we're slowly losing some of our fleet coming into port, but you know what? We're close enough to Norway, Wilhemshaven anyway. That's totally fine. So just making a turn here, making sure I don't run anybody into the island, which I did again on a previous playthrough of this. But here we are, coming into port. Long mission, but a fulfilling one, I suppose, if we all endured it together. Let's recap, shall we? Okay, so of our fleet, we only had one torpedo boat take damage there. We sunk all the allied ships that were sent after us. 14% accuracy with the main guns, 2% accuracy with the secondary guns. We sunk 2 of the ships ourselves for 15,000 tons. Mission time, 1 day, 5 hours, 49 minutes. Had plenty of fuel in the tank. Job well done. So while I was gone, apparently campaign patrol's not out yet, but still waiting for it. I don't think there were any quick fixes or hot fixes when I was gone either, but 2 missions left. Those will be out in the coming days. Caught in the Net and Battle North Cape. Should be pretty good time. But that's going to do it for this episode right here. If you're brand new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so be notified when the next episodes in the series comes out. And to everybody, thank you for watching. I'd say go outside, but it's pretty damn hot out. But stay hydrated, everybody.